bottom saying this is from Kathy Vogel.
No. That's one of the rare things.
Here we go again, sorry.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome to our July meeting of the Grafton Town Board. Vicki, would you start us with a roll call, please?
Councilman Baldry.
Here.
Councilman Shane. Here. Councilman Hoyt.
Here.
Councilman Lewandowski.
Here.
Supervisor Dudley.
Here. All right, we have the review and approval of the minutes for the Town Board meeting of June 13th, 2022, and the workshop meeting of June 27th of 2022. If no one has any corrections or issues, I'd like to make a motion to accept those minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. For reports and remittances from department heads and town committees, the supervisor reports were given to the council a little bit earlier today. We were prepared over the weekend. We move on to the town clerk.
For the month of June, youth got a donation of $50. Town clerk fees brought in $330. Planning board brought in $300. Building and codes brought in $1,605. Trash audit brought in $2,883. Total revenue for the month was $5,331.75. Check going to the supervisor after paying ag markets in NCON was $5,116.17.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to accept the town clerk's report. May I have a second?
Second.
Councilman Baldry.
Yes.
Councilman Shane.
Yes.
Councilman Hoyt.
Yes.
Councilman Lewandowski.
Yes.
Supervisor Dudley.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Vicki. Highway superintendent.
Not crazy amounts going on. I mean, we're busy changing culverts, been ditching. Tomorrow we're widening, doing the shoulders on Steve Odell Road. Next week we're doing all the shoulders on the rest of the roads that we have paved over the last year or two. Luckily got the basketball court done. That came out pretty good. Finally, right? But yep, trying to finish up the culverts in town that are overdue. And then we're gonna, in between grading roads, we got, I don't know how many miles of ditch we're gonna dig, but all the Red Pond, all the South Long, and all the J. Hakes, hopefully before winter, so. That's the tentative plan anyways.
Using your new Gradle?
Yeah, it works really well.
Good.
Runs good. So between that and the excavator, hopefully we can get everything done before the snow flies. And ironically today was working on a sander truck. Go figure.
80 degrees.
Yeah. Yep. Trying to get them ready for winter when we get a little spare time, which doesn't exist. But that's about it.
All right, thank you, Jim. For the assessor's report, we have his usual process, the sales and escrows from the county, reviewed properties in the field, he met with taxpayers, he held office hours, he went over new construction permits, he published a legal notice for the final roll book, and the final roll has been filed with the town clerk. Buildings and code enforcement.
We got 26 permits out year to date. We got about 22 remaining from previous year. Had to do 2 barking dog calls over the 4th of July weekend. Went up, the lady's pig got out, so naturally when the pig's out running in front of the dogs, they're gonna bark. So we caught the pig, put it in, went up and saw the complainant, and everything was good. Handed out about a half a dozen letters on Dunham Road to parking on the pavement. Also, the park police were there also giving little notifications. So we're gonna give them a week or so and start writing tickets. There was no reason for it. There was ample parking there for the cars to park where they're supposed to be. So maybe the state park can put something on their website as to the effect of do not park on the roads there, just to give everybody a heads up.
Good idea. Okay. Thank you. Okay, thanks, Tom. For the rescue squad, we have a report submitted for June. They had 23 total calls, 493 total miles, 65 total hours, 3 Alpha, 3 Bravo, 6 Charlie, 9 Delta, no Echo, 1 RMA, and 2 Fire. We had 3 calls missed, 1 first response, and 4 canceled. We used ALS 8 times, 2 Bennington, and 4 Mohawk. We went 7 times to Samaritan, twice to Albany Medical Center, and 3 times to Southern Vermont Medical Center. 17 calls were in the daytime and 6 calls were in the nighttime. There were 10 weekday calls, 1 weeknight call, 7 weekend day calls, and 5 weekend night calls. Yes, it is a tongue twister. Yes, so thank you to the rescue squad.
Thank you.
From the youth program director, in June, the youth program held a bonfire with s'mores on Saturday, June 25th. On Tuesday, June 14th, Councilman Lewandowski and myself completed the interviews for summer camp counselors. We hired 4 counselors and have several that were interested in being a CIT as well. On Thursday, June 23rd, myself and my lead counselor completed the food training course put on by the Rensselaer County Department for Youth. For the month of July, there are 4th of July themed goodie bags that the kids are able to pick up at the VFW hall inside the main door. The Summer Fun Drop-In program is running from August 1st through the 26th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Applications can be found at the town hall, the town website, and at the VFW hall. Thank you, Noel Boyer. The library.
Okay, so the statistics are 495 hardcover books checked out, 234 ebooks, this is for the month of June, 30 participants in Hoopla, which is another ebook system. Patron visits, adults 231, children 40, and 16 teens. So coming up to the 16th of July, this coming Saturday at the park, we're going to have Balloon Gal Jenny walking around doing the balloon animals and giving away books at our booth and tattoos. And then on the 20th, we are participating with the Historical Society on the Mealy Bell presentation that's going to be here at 7 o'clock, as well as we're presenting the scholarship award to the winner of the $1,000 scholarship that the library and the Historical Society did together. And August 3rd, we're partnering with the State Park, the Petersburg Library, and the Town Youth Commission to do a pirate program up at the State Park in the pavilion right after the kids get through at 2 o'clock. When the kids get through with their summer program, we'll be doing the pirate program, but other children besides the kids that just go to the youth program.
The kids from the youth program will already be up there.
They're going up, from what I understand, they'll be up there on Wednesdays this year.
Okay, right, okay, good.
And so the pavilion's already leased out to them or donated, however they worked it out. So we're combining and we're doing a program right after that ends at 2 o'clock. So instead of the parents picking up at 2, they'll pick up at 3. But we've also invited kids from Petersburg and the kids in the park that are already in the park, it'll be announced so they can come and watch too. And then other kids that are not participating in the program.
Great, okay, nice, thanks Leanna. Thank you, thanks very much.
Or adults if they want to watch Dave the Pirate.
I actually Googled that or looked at his site and it's really, it's fun.
Yeah.
It does a nice job.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Grafton Lake State Park, we have Tamara Beal here tonight. Hello.
Yeah, so the park has been really working to ramp up our volunteer program. So I have a couple of volunteer flyers up at the front. And it includes like 3 different levels of volunteering, as well as we will be having some volunteer gratitude gatherings. So just yesterday we had a hike where all volunteers were invited. And then this coming, not this Friday, but next Friday we'll have a campfire. So for anyone interested in volunteering, I'll leave a couple of these after the meeting, and it has all the contact information on it and stuff like that. And then we have our monthly movie night on July 23rd. And the description for this, because we can't tell the actual name, is a young boy learns that the world is different than he thought after making friends with his village's most fearsome enemy. it's like a riddle. You have to figure out what the movie is. And then I know I've heard a couple times in meetings questions about the Grafton Forest, which is not a part of Grafton Lake State Park. It is down off of Stuffle Street. So I am going to be leading a sunset hike in August at the Grafton Forest. So it's like a partnership between, it's actually DEC land, but it was previously RPA land. So it's going to be like a partnership between the three of us. We're going to lead a sunset hike there. So if anyone in town has never actually been to Grafton Forest, I'll be leading a sunset hike, and it's only a half mile to the viewpoint. The one side that many of you might know, you need at least an SUV to get to the parking lot. It's very rocky to get there.
What day is that one?
That is August 12th. So that is on the program mini flyer there, as well as everything else. And then the final thing that I'm pretty excited about is we have the 10th anniversary of the fire tower restoration this year. So we're going to be having a special event on August 27th for that. And it will involve a junior fire tower observer talk, followed by a talk by Linda Lavway and Randy Neer about Helen Ellett, and then finally a talk about the actual restoration itself by Dick Gibbs. So.
Nice, great, thank you, Donna. Okay, from the Recreation Committee, we have Entertainment Committee report. Our next event is Saturday, August 13th at Roxborough Holdings, formerly the Grafton Elementary School. All are invited to enjoy the iconic music from the Rat Pack era, performed by Rick DiDonato. Rick is an entertainer from the Capital District and sings in the style of the big band era. Rick's vocal styling is often compared to Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Bobby Darin. Rick uses vintage gear, wears classy 60s era suits, and his stage presence will deliver the full effect. Ample seating is available inside, or bring your lawn chair for outside seating. Food and beverages will be available. A great deal of work goes into the planning. Thanks to the town board for making this free event possible. And then we have, I don't have a senior citizen rep here, but for Merrymakers, we have Grafton Merrymakers report. The next meeting is this Wednesday, July 13th. At 5:30, enjoy a mixed platter of submarine sandwiches from the Grafton Town Store, along with a surprise dessert. Craig Surprise, Grafton Assessor, will be our guest speaker. Craig will answer questions about the STAR and enhanced STAR programs, as well as addressing all questions. A brief meeting will follow. At our last meeting, we collectively talked about bus trip destinations. Meetings are held the second Wednesday of the month and are open to seniors 55 plus. Join us and collaborate on making our informal meetings interesting. We have a full slate of guest speakers. So that is from the Merrymakers. Okay. All right, under communications received, we have from the State Park, dear Supervisor Gundrum, on behalf of the staff at Grafton Lake State Park and the Grafton Community Library, we would like to advise you of our upcoming 5K foot race. The 36th annual Grafton Lake State Park Run for the Roses will be held on Sunday, August 14th, 2022 at 9 a.m. As in past years, there will be a brief interruption in normal traffic flow on New York State Route 2 from approximately 8:55 until 9:15 a.m. as the runners enter Route 2 from the Park Road until they exit onto Owen Road at the post office. Our park police will be alternating traffic flow on Route 2 from the park entrance road to Owen Road near the post office. Our park police officers will meet at the park office to finalize details at 8:15 a.m. We appreciate your continued support for our park programs, and without cooperation and assistance from agencies like yours, we would not be able to offer as many programs for the public. Thanks again, and if there are any questions regarding this event or you would like to confirm you'll have officers attending, please contact us at 518-279-1155. Sincerely, Melissa Miller, Park Manager 2. So that's just a little heads up about traffic and how that's going to be affected on Sunday, August 14th. I'm sorry, Sunday, August 14th. And then another letter we have is from MVP, who is our carrier for our health care, that we have a 15.7% rate increase in premiums going into next year. So we'll have to be mindful of that when we start putting the budget together. Yes. 15.7. 15.7%, yeah.
That's the increase?
That's going to be the increase in premium model, yep.
That's when everybody that's
It
employed
used to be 3%.
I know, smaller percentage, but 15.7 is what we're looking at, so, there's that. Anyone else have any correspondence or communications? No? Okay. Okay, under new business, we have hiring of a deputy code enforcement or dog control officer / and we've had some thoughts on this. Councilman Lewandowski, do you want to elaborate?
Yep. We talked about at the last workshop possibly hiring a deputy code enforcement officer. After spending some time and talking with the current code enforcement officer, he feels pretty confident that he doesn't need the additional help at this time, but does recommend that we add to our website a button or link where someone can click on it, fill out a form to either ask a question or put in a complaint or anything they need to, so that way it could come into the town. Vicky can then print it out and give it to them, so that way it's another way to contact him for anything they need to help, either building permits or code questions or concerns. So I think that would be a good thing. Vicky seems open to doing that to the website. And then the deputy dog control officer, Vicky did volunteer to be the deputy dog enforcement officer as a volunteer, so no cost to the town, so that way if the dog control officer is not available, we do have a backup ready to go. So,
And our understanding is we can do that with a motion this evening?
Because you have no money that is going to be necessary for that person to serve, and that person's already been trained, it's a simple motion. I would do a roll call vote though afterward, but a motion, second, and then a roll call vote.
Let's do that just ahead of down at this section, okay? We'll do a motion and then we do the resolutions.
okay.
Okay? Okay, good. Thank you for that clarification, Phil. Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you, Vicky, right.
Thank you, Vicky.
Okay, under reassessment, this is just to let everyone know that Assessor Craig Surprise will be at our workshop meeting, which is July 25th, to discuss the possible reval for the town. So he'll be appearing here with us in 2 weeks. And then the upgrade to security cameras.
Yes, I contacted Eric Buckley, and he was gonna send me a link, so he thought that we should buy the equipment ourselves, and he thinks it'd be very easy to put it in, and if we couldn't put it in, he offered to help. But he didn't send it to me yet, he's pretty busy. But he will send me the link so we can buy that, and it's very good, they're very powerful and good cameras.
Good.
Yeah. He's very good about it. But I didn't get anything yet, so
Okay.
I might give him another call.
Okay, all right. All right, under old business, any other new business? All right, under old business, we have the credit card machine presentation.
I reached out to Larry and he was open to our workshop meeting on the 25th. I sent him the time and he has not got back to me to confirm. And that would be in person.
Okay, so we'll wait to hear from you whether he confirms or
Right.
we'll put it on the agenda for that. Okay. Okay, and then the Town of Grafton Code update?
I reached out to her. I basically just want to clarify a couple things because we wanted to know how many copies that included that quote she gave us. And also I was wondering how much it costs for an update, like if we went ahead and did our update, how much it costs to, like if we do the dog control and it's not for 2 or 3 months, how much it would cost to do that. We need to know that going forward anyway. She has not been back, but I do understand that she may have been on vacation.
Okay, understandable. Okay, so that can stay on as All right, any other old business? No? All right, public comment, the privilege of the floor. Reminder that public comment is limited to 5 minutes per person. Be mindful of public comment portion of the meeting is a privilege. All comments and statements shall be directed to the town board. Please refrain from any personal attacks, name calling, or derogatory public comments toward individuals. Anyone tonight? Ann? Yes.
sorry. Okay, I had always a couple things. One is, could the workshops be recorded? I was actually working last week, at the last meeting, and I couldn't come, but there was no recording, so I had no way to know about it. If it has been made, it's not on the website. So, that's one. Another one is, I would like to see the minutes for the town board meeting to be put at the tab with the town board, because it's kind of hard to navigate. You have a little plus sign to navigate on the website, but there's no way to know. Regular people aren't going to know to look there. It's not marked in any way to say, you know, come here and this is where all the stuff is. So that's just a suggestion to make it maybe easier. I had a question. I was asked by one of my neighbors if there's any progress on the animal shelter, about bringing it closer than Columbia County, and that I don't know anything about it, so I couldn't give her any information. And then the last thing I had was, it's been 2 months since you accepted the audit, and there has been no discussion. So we haven't gotten anything about the findings or about the recommendations. And I think that that would be something that should be discussed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Great. Anyone else tonight from the floor? No? All right. Okay, moving on to motions and resolutions. We'll start with a motion. I'd like to make a motion to, would appoint be the correct word, Phil, in this instance?
Let me throw an idea at you. I think you might want to make a motion to appoint the position, or excuse me, create the position of Deputy Dog Control Officer with the same requirements and qualifications necessary as Dog Control Officer, and that you fill such vacancy after you're creating it, and then you fill such position with our former Dog Control Officer, who is willing to serve in such capacity without remuneration.
We already
That's
have a
beautiful,
position for
Phil.
that.
Oh, you do? Then forget the first part if we already have it. Just do the second part.
We already have a position of deputy dog control
Right.
officer,
Yeah.
so we don't have to produce.
So you're just doing the motion to fill.
Right.
And so the two things you gotta say, who is taking that position, how much you're gonna pay that person. And I think you negotiated a very good rate for
We
the
did
town.
negotiate a good rate. All right, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Victoria Burdick to the position of Deputy Dog Control Officer with the remuneration of 0. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Councilman Beaudry.
Councilman Baldry,
Yes.
Councilwoman DeShane,
Yes.
Councilman Hoyt,
Yes.
Councilman Lewandowski,
Yes.
Supervisor Levinson.
Yes. Nice. You're
Good.
back in the saddle, Vic.
Good.
Good deal. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. All right, resolution number 35 of 2022. Affirming use of the Everett Wager Center for the Grafton Town Festival. Whereas the director and members of the senior citizens at the Everett Wager Senior Center have requested town board approval for their use of the center on Saturday, July 16th, 2022 for an open house event to showcase the senior center and the many programs and services provided there. And whereas the town of Grafton enthusiastically supports the senior citizens in our community and seeks to enhance their enjoyment of our community in every way. And whereas this request coincides with the annual Grafton Town Festival held in the town park on Saturday, July 16th, 2022. And whereas the Grafton Town Festival is a fine opportunity for all members of our community to visit the Everett Wager Senior Center to see for themselves the asset the center is to Grafton and Eastern Rensselaer County. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Grafton hereby approves use of the Everett Wager Senior Center on Saturday, July 16th, 2022 as requested herein.
Bless you. I'll second.
Bless you. Okay.
And Madam Supervisor, I would just note for the record, this is a nunc-pro-tunc resolution. It's simply a resolution that's approving an event that already took place.
No, it's
It's,
next.
it's
No,
coming up.
16.
It's Saturday.
Oh, I'm sorry, then forget the nunc-pro-tunc. I just like saying Latin words.
You like
Yeah, you like that.
So we have seconded by Councilwoman DeShane.
Okay, Councilman Baldry,
Yes.
Councilman DeShane,
Yes.
Councilman Hoyt,
Yes.
Councilman Lewandowski,
Yes.
Supervisor Levinson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carried, yes, exactly. Okay, that is a duplicate. Let me have this as part of that. All right, resolution number 36 of 2022, the audit of the supervisor's 2021 books. Whereas resolution number 30 of June 13th, 2022 established that the 2021 supervisor's books had not been presented for audit by the town board to date of June 1st, 2022, while it is directed to be done by January 20th by New York State Town Law, Section 123. And whereas Supervisor Gundram on June 13th, 2022 set the date for presentation of the 2021 supervisor's books as Monday, June 27th, 2022 at 5:30 p.m. And whereas on Monday, June 27th, 2022 at 5:30 p.m., Supervisor Gundram presented the 2021 supervisor's books for audit by the town board pursuant to New York State Town Law, Section 123. And whereas Councilman Lewandowski and Councilwoman DeShane reviewed the 2021 supervisor's books, and their findings were satisfactory that Supervisor Gundram's presentation of the books was in accordance with New York State Town Law, Section 123, and that the supervisor's books support the information contained in previously provided and reviewed monthly and annual reports for 2021, and that the books themselves are complete and without issue. Now therefore be it resolved that effective June 27, 2022, Supervisor Gundram has met the requirements for the annual audit of the supervisor's books pursuant to New York State Town Law, Section 123.
I'll second that.
Okay. Thank you. Frank?
Councilman Baldry,
Yes.
Councilwoman DeShane,
Yes.
Councilman Hoyt,
Yes.
Councilman Lewandowski,
Yes.
Supervisor Gundram.
Yes. All right, resolution number 37 of 2022 is a budget transfer. Whereas the town of Grafton is desirous of making budget transfers and budget lines as listed below, and such transfers having been approved by the town bookkeeper, now therefore be it resolved that the following budget transfers and modifications be authorized to pay and/or fund town expenses and services. We're increasing A2115 planning board fees by $833, and we're increasing 8020.4 planning board contractual by $833. And we're decreasing account number A730 guarantee and bid deposits in the amount of $833.88. I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution 37. May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman White.
Councilman Baldry,
Yes.
Councilwoman DeShane,
Yeah.
Councilman Lewandowski,
Yes.
Councilman Hoyt,
Yes.
Supervisor Gundram.
Yes. Nice. Okay, and then resolution 38 of 2022, authorizing the town clerk to advertise for a part-time laborer position. Whereas the town board of the town of Grafton has determined that a need exists for a part-time laborer to be hired to perform a variety of maintenance and repair work on town buildings and town grounds. And whereas the town board has determined that a rate of, did we agree to?
Up to, I thought we were doing it up
Up
to.
to.
Up 17,
I thought it was 18.
or was it 18?
Up to $18 an hour. Does that sound right, Jared?
Sounds right.
Yep, okay.
Up to.
Okay, so going back, whereas the town board has determined that a rate of up to $18 per hour shall be established for said position. And whereas in order to obtain a selection of applicants for part-time laborer, the town must advertise for the position, now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Grafton hereby authorizes the town clerk to place advertisements for the position of part-time laborer in our official newspapers of record, and also to post the advertisement in areas accessible to the public in town.
I will second that.
Seconded by Councilwoman DeShane.
Councilman Baldry,
Yes.
Yeah.
Councilwoman DeShane,
Yes.
Councilman Hoyt,
Yes.
Councilman Lewandowski,
Yes.
Supervisor Gundram.
Yes.
Through that first, is this gonna be through the highway department?
Yes.
That's what
No.
Yeah, this is
That's
highway.
the way I
department.
understood it.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Jared will do the hiring.
Yeah, he's good.
Or we
It
want to
doesn't
do that.
specify on here any highway department. It says town of Grafton.
We can put in the, right, just town of Grafton, right? Maybe in the ad, put answerable to, you know, what I mean, the highway will work under the auspices of the highway department. Right, right.
This was the mowing, shoveling, all the miscellaneous.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what do you, that would be one thing I'd like you guys to clarify, how do you want me to advertise it that way? To do mowing, shoveling, covering recycle center.
Multiple things.
and other
Maintenance and repair
miscellaneous.
work is needed.
What you had said before is at approximately 20 hours per week, up to $18 per hour based on qualifications.
Yes.
that's it for resolutions. Now we go to a motion to pay the bills as audited. Tonight we have vouchers 296 through 337 for a total of $46,130.05. I'd like to make a motion to pay the bills as audited. May I have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Councilman Bowdre.
Councilman Moudry,
Yes.
Councilwoman Shane,
Yes.
Councilman Hoyt,
Yes.
Councilman Lewandowski,
Yes.
Supervisor Governor.
Yes. Great, thank you. All right, the next workshop meeting will be held July 25th at 6:30 PM, and the next regular town board meeting will be held August 8th at 7 PM. Legislative privilege, does anyone have something they'd like to?
I got a couple small things. I just wanted to thank Jared for his hard work with the basketball courts again. It's awesome. And then I just wanted to make sure, just wanted to say that planning board meeting will not be here next week. It'll be up at the Grafton School. So I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that. And then I just wanted to mention that last year's audit that we paid for, I believe that's on the website for anyone to see, right, Beck?
It was, but it's still there,
Okay,
I will double check.
all right, thank you.
These guys did make a motion to approve it,
Right.
Yes,
so it is public.
Yeah.
right.
Oh.
And anyone can get copies from you.
Yeah, they've been
Yeah.
here since.
Right, okay.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay. Anyone
Thank you.
else? Anyone else for legislative privilege? No? No? All right. All right, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn this evening in loving memory of Irene Morris, Janice M. Bolson, and Edward O. Schultz. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Shane. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, aye.
She did more than Jen, put it over by Jeremy Pond, put your
J-Rod. Frank.
Yeah.
Resolution.